Your girl's back again. Today I have a special guest. She goes by the name of Move with MICA. She is a fitness trainer, a fitness coach, all the way from Birmingham. First of all, the glow up. The glow up? Is this like post-lockdown glow up?
I just wasn't happy in myself. I just felt like I'd put on a lot of weight. My self-esteem was really low. My body confidence was really low.
Was losing the weight.
Yeah.
You was hitting your goals. You was looking fire, but you were still unhappy with the way you are. Like, why was that?
I got caught in this trap of, I need to get a bikini body. I need to look good for other people. And I think that's where my unhappiness stemmed from. At that point, I visualised, like, what do I actually want out of fitness? It's not all about these fancy Instagram workouts. Like, you've got to get your mind right, and then your body and everything else will follow. Gas yourself up. If you are not kind to yourself and you can't even bear to say kind things to yourself, how do you expect other people to be saying them kind things to you?
We love Benny McCauley.
Hello, cutie. Hi, girl. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh my God! I can't believe you're actually on here.
I'm here.
Guys, welcome back. Your girl's back again. Today I have a special guest. She goes by the name of Move with MICA. She is a fitness trainer, a fitness coach, all the way from Birmingham. Thank you so much for coming on my platform. I know you're very busy and you have a lot on your schedule, so I appreciate it. How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. Thank you, first of all, for having me. I'm genuinely, like, really grateful. Love doing things like this. Absolutely love your YouTube. Love everything that you're doing. But yeah, I'm good. Busy as always, but we'd rather be booked and busy than not doing
anything.
So how are you?
Yes, I'm good. First of all, the glow up. The glow up? Is this like post-lockdown glow up? Wait, like,
this is basically like Monday to Friday when I'm like in gym gear, I'm in gym mood, and then this is like the weekend glow. Like, okay, Mish, gotta beat the face.
Okay. I mean, thank you for the tea, because now I'm like, oh, this glow up, I'm feeling it today. Like, I'm feeling it all the way from here. I love it. You know, your story is so inspiring. Like, I love how you just are so transparent with your followers, and you know, your story just made me reach out to you because I feel like I can relate to it, because I went through a similar thing. So for those who don't know, can you give people like a little background on what made you start your fitness journey?
Well, I went to university. I'm 26 now. I was 18 when I went, to give people a bit of a timeline. So I went to university, moved to Nottingham for 3 years. And first year of uni, I was out 5 to 6 times a week. I was living my best student life. I was going out drinking. I was eating all the takeaways. My mum had taught me to cook. Like, I could cook and fend for myself. It was just out of pure laziness and living and immersing myself in that student life, I guess. After first year, I put on quite a bit of weight. I put on quite a bit of weight after first year. And I'd never been big. Don't get me wrong, like, I'd never been so to speak obese, like clinically, like, or anything like that. But I just wasn't happy in myself. I just felt like I'd put on a lot of weight. My self-esteem was really low. My body confidence was really low. And I just thought, you know what, I'm going to join the gym. So I joined the gym in Nottingham, come back into second year, and the whole summer I just trained in the gym. I just went for it. I was doing up cardio. I was like the cardio queen, and I'd lost quite a lot of weight. So I was like, okay, feeling myself. And then I started to get into weight training, and then one of the personal trainers in Nottingham, I became friends with him, and I basically like trained with him. And then it was really like, basically from that point onwards, we kind of started training together. He started educating me on weights, you know, the do's and don'ts in the gym, my form and everything like that. And I started to genuinely fall in love with it. Fast forward, like probably towards the end of my third year, I was so stressed with my dissertation, the pressures of uni, had things going on in my personal life. And I started to use exercise as a punishment. I was enjoying it, but it got to the point where I would eat, for example, if I'd go out for a meal with like anyone that I was chilling with in uni at the time, I would then, you know, go to the gym and compensate and start basically over exercising. Up to the point I wouldn't get off the treadmill until I'd burnt a certain amount of calories. I was tracking everything that I was eating. I kind of stopped drinking because I was so conscious and aware of all the extra calories. I stopped kind of enjoying going out or going out to eat, and food is my first joy. Like, who doesn't love food? And I slowly just started to have a really poor relationship with food. So and then went really, 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 really almost poorly and like really thin, and I then developed body dysmorphia, where, for those who don't know what it is, I kind of, the person that I saw myself as in the mirror, even though at my slimmest I was size 6, and there is nothing wrong, by the way, with a size 6, but I was very ill with it. I wasn't taking care of myself.
But that's what I wanted to ask you as well, because, you know, even though you was losing the weight, you was hitting your goals, you was looking fire, but you were still unhappy with the way you are. Like, why was that?
I think for me, when I was like losing weight, it no longer became, in that specific point in my life, it didn't become about losing weight for me and wanting to look good for me. I was almost, I got caught in this trap of, I need to get a bikini body, I need to look good for other people. And I think that's where my unhappiness stemmed from, because I wasn't no longer losing weight for me. I was no longer on this fitness journey at the beginning for me in the like in the early couple of years when I had this body dysmorphia. I was constantly trying to live up to these unrealistic beauty standards. I was comparing myself to, you know, people I see on the Explore page, and I just constantly got into this real rut of never feeling good enough. Really being very conscious and aware of my own body. I was in a relationship at the time, to the point where I would never be intimate with the lights on, because I used to be so conscious of my body and kind of thinking, oh my God, like in my head, I always used to think all these things like, okay, my body probably looks like this from this angle. Oh my God, I can't like be seen in that angle. I just used to really hate how I looked, and everyone used to think I was crazy. But obviously it's when it's mental and when it's all going on in your head, not a lot of people can empathize and understand unless you've gone through it.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say as well, because, you know, your story is a bit similar to mine, because I was at uni at the time, and I went through my weight loss journey second year of uni. And when I went through that, like a few months down the line, I felt like I wasn't seeing the progress, but everybody else around me, friends, family, they were seeing the progress, like, girl, you're losing weight, you're looking fire. But in my head, I was like, no, I need to work out. Like, I've just had some junk food and I need to go and work out. Like, it messes up with your head, and it was making me unhappy as well. I was looking in the mirror, I was like, this ain't good enough. We need to go and work out again. Like, I was working out like 1 a.m, and then I have doing a workout at home like in the evening. Like, it does mess with your head. Like,
when people think that you're in shape, like physically, okay, I may look good in the eyes of another person, but it's an internal battle. And I think, A, there's not enough people that talk about it. B, there's not enough light that's shed on it. And C, people don't like to put and I completely understand this, people don't like to put a label on things when it surrounds mental health. But the more that people speak out about it, and this is why I use my platform in the way that I do, the more that I can educate people, and the more that I can help women, especially in the, you know, the modern day society that we're living in, that people can look in shape and still be struggling internally.
Yes, I feel like one of the reasons why people don't want to share is because they're a bit ashamed as well, and also because, you know, people want to perceive this Instagram body. Yes, this is how you should be looking. You know, this is the type of body you should be having. And I feel like this is why people don't want to share it, because people will be like, well, it won't sell. This is what sells. But then what people don't understand is behind closed doors, people are going through it. You know, this is what they want to show you on social media, but behind closed doors, it's a whole nother story. Do you agree with that? Or?
Yeah, 100%. I think when people, you know, we all have a platform, so to speak. Instagram is our platform, and everybody on Instagram likes to, you know, portray their best bits and you know, the highs of their life. And I think when we are a society and a generation that is bombarded and overloaded with information, there's so much choice, there's so much option, there's so much accessibility to absolutely everything. And I think when you kind of, you know, when you are in the thick of that, it can be so difficult to determine, well, how do I actually feel? And you can't help but compare, even though half of the time there is no comparison, because I say this to everyone, like, believe in your own source, and you are you, and that is your own power. Like, nobody is you. Do you know what I mean? Nobody is you. And I think once people start to really believe in themselves, that is where things will kind of start to shift. And I think that's with me. Once I actually started to, you know, almost reverse the damage that I'd done to my body to the point where I'm at now, that's why I do all of the things that I do. And I'm such an advocate for a happy and healthy mind and body. Like, if you are struggling mentally, you will never be able to get where you want to be with your own body, because fitness is more mental than it is physical. Don't know if you had it, but I had my fitness pal, and one thing, clients that come to me, I purposely do not ever put calories on their plans. I don't because I know how dangerous it can become. Initially, to start with, it's a really good measure. Don't get me wrong, it's so good to know roughly where you're at, what you're consuming and what you're kind of burning off. But I became obsessed with it to the point I was inputting my water, I was inputting every single meal. If I was slightly over or under on my fitness pal, it would send me over the edge. If I was over, I'd then feel like I need to go and work out. I literally took that as my holy grail. Like, I used my fitness pal to its like extremes. And this is not to say that anyone does, you know, count calories. It can go down that route. But for me, I didn't have a healthy relationship with my body at the time. So it was very detrimental to my mental health and well-being.
You used to weigh yourself as well?
Yeah, religiously. To the point of, if there was a slight increase, I'd hit the cardio. And I would, it was just so, whereas now, I don't remember the last time I jumped on the scales. The only person that tells me about my weight is when I have to go to the doctors now. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That's my weight. All right. We'll roll with it. Like, I don't weigh myself anymore, because it's, for me, it's how I feel. I go off how I feel. I'm very in tune with my body, so I go off how I feel.
Why is self-love so important to you?
I think in a world where everyone is trying to perceive to be living their best life, or perceive to be, you know, painting a certain picture or image, for me, the real raw and open and vulnerable person that I am offline, I want to be that person online. There's no, like, for anyone that meets me, I am exactly the same person that you meet online and offline. There is no, I thought you know, you talk about mental health and you talk about well-being, but you're doing X, Y, and Z in your personal life. What I live and breathe is what I preach online. There's no two ways about it. And I think so many people want to, you know, perceive that they're up here doing X, Y, and Z, but their personal life is down here. And this is not to bash anybody, but I think I'm like, the fact that I'm nearly 27, and I think a lot of situations in my life have kind of put me in a position where I didn't love on myself, whether that be relationships, whether that be, you know, my initial struggle with my body image and that mental and physical battle. there's been all of those situations that I've had to learn and uncomfortably grow through. I truly believe you grow through what you go through. It's not all about these fancy Instagram workouts. Like, you've got to get your mind right, and then your body and everything else will follow.
You mentioned the fact that you was eating junk, you know.
Yeah.
You wasn't looking after yourself, you know.
Yeah.
And in that moment, was it in that moment where you thought, you know what, I need to make a change? This is not making me happy. This is not helping me in any way, shape or form. Did you feel like, you know what, it's just time for me to make a change, like change my mindset from a positive mindset to a healthy mindset, to an ambitious mindset? Because we all know what, like, I went to uni, we all know what uni is like, all right? I've been there. I was eating trash, okay?
Yeah.
It was a complete mess, okay?
The physical aspect for me was enough at that moment in my life to be like, I want to make a change, because I wasn't happy with how I looked. So that was the initial spark. And then I think, you know, as I then battled through the body dysmorphia, there was a point, literally one day, I looked in the mirror and I had an honest conversation with myself. I was like, what have you done to your body and your mind? And I think that, for me, was the switch of, I no longer want to train for aesthetic purposes. I want to train because I want a healthy body, a happy body, and a happy and healthy mind. And that is, for me, is where everything else, then it was like a domino effect. Everything else after that fell into place. I reduced my meat consumption. I was religiously drinking 2 to 3 litres of water every single day. I was then, you know, making sure the foods that I ate were whole foods. Now I can honestly, hand on heart, say that I do not eat takeaways, because you will not. Again, this is not to bash anyone that does, because some people do like takeaways, but my body rejects greasy food. Okay. I don't remember the last time I had McDonald's. It just doesn't. Everything like that doesn't agree with my body now, so I just don't put it into my body. If I do fancy them kind of foods, I'll get like I'll home cook and a healthy alternative. And I still like to go out for meals, don't get me wrong, but I'll be more mindful of what I'm consuming. Okay. So
do you have like cheat meals? Do you have like cheat meals once a month, I guess, or?
So I have like a day, like, for example, it's usually the weekend, so whether it's Friday or Saturday, where if I'm feeling something, maybe it's like a Mexican or Chinese dish, I will just make it myself. So I really like prawn fried rice. Instead of going to the Chinese to buy it, I will make it at home. I really like Mexican food, like chicken fajitas, enchiladas, all of that kind of stuff. I'll just make it myself. And I think the discipline level that I have now and the way that I've trained my mind, all of my friends like happily eat McDonald's in front of me. Like my sister's a lot younger than me. She will have like McDonald's, KFC. I'm never going to bash anybody for making them food choices, but I can happily sit in a room with somebody and they're eating that, and I don't feel like I need to indulge in that food. So I think I've just trained my mind over the time where it's like, don't get me wrong. It's all about having that willpower, isn't it? Yeah, if I do want like some McDonald's chips, like I say to my sister or one of my friends, can I have a few chips? But I won't actively go out. You won't see me in the Mackey's drive-through queue, like, and things like that. So yeah, I think I've just built myself up to a stage. When I'm older, I want to be physically and mentally well as well. So I think every decision that I make now is going to benefit me in the long term. I went to America for 3 months. In Washington, DC. I did come to America. And obviously, so this was at a stage where so the 3-year period I was at uni. First year, I went to uni, was eating junk food. I put on quite a bit of weight. Second year, started, you know, getting into the gym, lost all of that weight. Third year, I was kind of maintaining it still, but then developed the body dysmorphia. Then went to America, undid all of that kind of work on the cardio and all the weight that I'd lost, and I gained weight again. And then when I came home, finally in the August, I started a new job in the September. I was literally just like, this cycle, the yo-yoing, the back and forth, it's really dangerous. And I was just literally, I give myself a reality check in the mirror, and I visualised, at that point, like what do I actually want out of fitness? Like, what do I want my body to look like? What do I want my mind to be like? And how do I want to function healthily? And then from that point on, I was literally just like, that was just the transformation for me then. I started eating cleaner. I started, again, drinking my water. I was in a consistent routine with the gym. I stopped using the gym and exercise as punishment. I stopped seeing it as this thing where if I was, you know, missing out on it, or I missed a day of the gym, that I'd instantly put weight on overnight. I trained myself consistently out of that.
After you went through the body dysmorphia, you overcome that, and then you started, you know, becoming a fitness trainer, a fitness coach, you know, training your clients. You've also got your private sessions, games with MICA as well. You've started your bootcamp session as well. So how did all of that come about with everything else?
I think so. I always, in my head, always have been that person. I love giving back. I absolutely, there's like something in me. I have a very caring nature. I love helping other people. I love seeing other people win in life. I love watching people grow and thrive in whatever it is that they do. Like, I'm a very much advocate for, you know, helping people to become the best version of themselves. So for me, it was a no-brainer that I love fitness. I can help people through fitness. Why, like, everyone used to say it to me, like, Mish, will you train me? Please train me. Like, why haven't you got your own classes yet? Like, everyone used to get on to me about it, and I just always used to be like, nah guys, like, I'm not ready. Like, I don't think I should do this. Like, I don't even think anyone would come to my classes. Like, I don't think anyone would want to get trained by me. So long story short, I had a conversation with my granddad, and then he was basically like, you know, you can do anything that you put your mind to. Me, she was like, you're very driven, and he was like, even if it doesn't work out, you can say that you tried and you gave it your all. And then after he passed away, there was just something in me, like, that January, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I had a logo designed for Move with Misha, and then I started, like, basically building my social media up, and then by the February, I literally started the classes. So initially my classes used to be indoors at a studio in Moseley, and then literally I was so shocked and, like, humbled and overwhelmed that every single week from that point on up until COVID, my classes would sell out. Like, I had a mixture of women from all ages, all backgrounds, all fitness abilities, and it was just a vibe. The only way that I can describe it, me being at the front of that class in front of all these beautiful, amazing women, the feeling that it gave me to know that they've come here and trusting me and choosing me to be their trainer and, like, you know, their teacher, it was so, like, overwhelming and humbling for me, because I was just like, I can actually do this. Like, I can actually see myself doing this. And then COVID hit. I ended up, you know, improvising like most people did. I brought everything online, hence where then for a while I started doing free Instagram workouts online. And then I guess, throughout the summer, I just continued that. I carried on building up my client base. More and more clients wanted to train with me one-to-one. Had to then cap that because I was at a stage where I couldn't physically take anyone else on. And then November-ish, I started games with Misha, and then the members just grew from there, and that obviously continued throughout the whole of lockdown. I still do that now. And then like January this year, I just really went in on my socials. I just started really growing my page, taking the content seriously, investing in my followers, really taking time to, you know, have personal conversations, replying to people, constantly responding in my DMs. PS, anyone that's in here, I know that my replies are a bit slow, but I promise I'll get to you. So just really interacting and engaging with the people that are taking time out to invest in me, my business and my page. And I think being able, for me, the biggest achievement of all of this through my fitness, I get to be exactly who I wanted to be and who I am without forcing anything. There's no ulterior motive, there's no malice, there's no there's nothing but pure goodness and vibes that come from everything that I do. So I think that is, for me, the most rewarding, that I get to be part of a process that changes people's lives for the better and for the good. And I think that is it's just life changing for me. It's really it's such a beautiful process to see the clients that come to me at the beginning, and then to watch them grow, and then, you know, even towards the end, or if they're still continuing their journey, the messages that I receive from people saying how I've changed their life. I think for me, this is exactly why I do what I do.
How did that affect you? Like, how was you able to cope with everything being shut down and not being able to, you know, take part in your classes, teaching? Like, how did that affect you?
Being someone that is very sociable and thrives in social environments, very much like yourself, I think for me, initially, I was thinking, you know what, this is going to be a blessing in disguise. My life is so, for anyone that knows me, my life is literally 0 to 100, like every single day, all the time.
Like, you're always on the go.
Yeah, like sometimes I don't even get time to breathe. But I'm so grateful to be in the position where I'm at, because I truly believe everything that I'm doing now, if I work hard now and continue to grind, it's really going to pay off in years to come. So I think initially when lockdown was announced, I was like, I get all of this time. I've never had that. Like, for me, time, it was my biggest enemy. And now I had all of this free time. And I really can't lie to you. Lockdown changed my life from last year when it was announced. And, you know, despite all of the tragedy that has come with it and the deaths and everything like that, it really did change my life, because it allowed me to get real and raw with who I actually am. Like, it stripped away so many layers. It stripped me of my ego completely. Not that my ego is high, but I feel like we've all got an ego. And I think being humbled to the point where all you have is time with your thoughts, for me, that was the biggest eye-opener, because I was literally like, you know what, how am I actually going to really make my business flourish? And how is it going to work from here on out? Is it scalable? Am I able to, you know, am I really being about my business, or am I just, you know, going about my business, just letting things flitter and seeing how it goes, so to speak? So I literally just every single day I got myself in a solid routine, and I just really gave my clients everything I had. I took on even more clients because I had all this free time. I started learning even more. I started reading even more. I started looking at, you know, being an actual businesswoman and how to manage and run my business correctly. And I think with that abundance of free time, that allowed me to connect with people more on a one-to-one personal level. And again, like, I can only say that lockdown worked in my favour, because everything that I did, I was able to take that change in people's lives online, because I couldn't connect with more people. Again, my problem was time. So physically, I wouldn't have been able to, you know, train 25 women every single day. But going online allowed me to do that, and the stories and the honesty and the trust that people have given to me and put into me, I'm literally like eternally grateful. And to anyone that is my client that's in here, like, I appreciate you so much.
What goes on a day-to-day life, a day-to-day routine with Misha? Like, what happens? Like, do you, for example, do you go through a morning routine? Like, do you have a strict morning routine? Do you have a full-on schedule? Like, let us know, give us the tea.
Okay.
Let us know.
So for anyone that doesn't know me personally, I will run you through literally from the minute I wake up to the minute that I go to sleep. I'll do like day in the life of me in the week, and then day in the life of me on the weekend. So day in the life of me midweek, I wake up every single day religiously at 6 a.m. That's a non-negotiable. I wake up at 6 a.m. as soon as I wake up, I open my curtains, I let the sun shine through my window. I'll write in my diary. I've got like a journal. I'll write 3 to 5 things that I'm grateful for, 3 great things that happened the day before, and I'll write out my positive affirmations for the day. I've been using the same positive affirmations now probably for about 2 months. And the way that that has transformed my mind and my gratitude levels and everything like that, it literally switches me on into gratitude mode, and I just instantly feel happy. And then I do like a morning prayer, and then after that I do 10 minutes visualization. So for anyone that doesn't know what visualization is, it's kind of like a meditation. So I put my AirPods in and I just basically visualize the woman that I am in the future. So what a day in the life of me looks like, what I'm doing, what my house looks like to every single detail, the car that I'm driving, my family, the partner that I'm with. And I'll visualize that for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then once I've done that, I do like 15 to 20 minutes yoga.
Okay.
And then I'm ready to literally start my day. I'll have a herbal tea and then I'll go off to work. So for anyone that doesn't know that I actually do have a full-time job, everyone thinks that I do fitness full-time. Like, no. I'm nearly there with that, guys.
You gotta get your coins, okay?
So yeah,
like,
I'm nearly there with being able to do fitness full-time, but I have a corporate job, so I do 8 till 4:30 at my corporate job. I work in education recruitment, and then 4:30 when I finish work, I listen to a podcast, and then on my lunch as well I do a bit of reading, about 20 to 30 minutes reading, and then I will come home, I will have a meal, then I'll go to the gym, and then I'll have clients probably most of the evening. I'll film some content for the private workout page, and then I shut my phone down around 9 to 9:30, it goes in do not disturb mode, and then again I'll do some journaling. So that is literally, I offload everything that's here onto paper.
Okay.
So I just let it all out, I release from the day, things that I'm grateful for, any like key things that have happened, or just whatever I'm feeling in that moment. And then by 10:30 I am flat out sleeping like a light.
Love it. I love it. I love it. I do think affirmations are important because some people have different perceptions of it.
For me, affirmations are so important because if you do not gas yourself up, how do you expect, if you don't believe the things that you are going to tell yourself, you're never going to believe when someone's telling you you are beautiful, you're amazing. It almost filters out. Like, there is absolutely nothing wrong, and to anyone that is, you know, watching this live, there is absolutely nothing wrong with loving on yourself and being confident and sure of who you are as a person. And there is nothing wrong with a little pep talk from now and like to yourself now and again. Gas yourself up, be your own biggest friend. Be your own best friend, because if you are not kind to yourself and you can't even bear to say kind things to yourself, how do you expect other people to be saying them kind things to you?
Exactly. Like, I feel like, where have you been all my life? Other than fitness, other than everything that you got going on, your full-time job, what does Misha like to do in her spare time?
I can't even lie to you on this one. I love vibing on my own.
Enjoying your own company.
Yeah, like, I'm such a social person, don't get me wrong, I'm very much an extrovert. I thrive around people, but when all the madness, my daily life isn't going on, I love going outside to just walk. I love listening to music. I love just dancing in my room, vibing on my own. And self-care, I like steaming my face. I like, I like having long baths. I like reading. I enjoy cooking. There's just just a lot of things that make people uncomfortable. I think a lot of people get uncomfortable being in their own company. I love going I love going out. I would happily go into a restaurant and have dinner by myself. I think that's the level of comfort that I am with myself. Whereas if you were to ask me a couple of years ago, you know,
hell no.
I would be that person. Why are people going to cinema on their own? Why are people like the restaurant on their own? And now I am that person. I'm like, yes, going to treat myself for dinner. Like, I think if you can't be on your own and you can't really sit with them, that uncomfort level, you need to try it and you need to practice it. And if lockdown didn't teach you that, you need to do it, even if it's for 20 minutes a day. Like, you need to be your own best friend, because once you learn to kind of be on your own and be comfortable with that, every single thing that you do, every decision you make, every boundary you set will be to protect your own energy. And I'm very heavy on protecting my energy at all costs. I think in, you know, previous years, I've really allowed people to bring me down so many levels, really affect my confidence, my self-esteem, and actually question my own, you know, my own worthiness. And I think now, because I'm so used to, you know, just basking in my own company, I'm really sure of who I am, and it allowed me to be so focused and driven with everything else. I'm very disciplined. One thing that I had to learn this year, and I've had to learn the hard way over the past couple of months, I cannot give to my maximum potential if I haven't given back to myself first. You are not going to want to exercise every single day, but it's the little tiny habits that you have that are going to have the biggest impact. If for the majority of the week you eat clean, that one cheat meal is not going to make you gain weight overnight. Stop putting so much pressure on ourselves. Whether you are 35 or 21, we are all on this journey called life. You're not always going to get it right. No one has it all figured out. Elon Musk doesn't have it all figured out. Beyonce doesn't have it all figured out. It is literally, we are just humans trying to figure it all out. And as long as you're having fun with it, being true to yourself in the process, I think that is where the magic is in it all.
And it's funny, I was looking at one of your posts where you, I think it was during lockdown, where you mentioned that you haven't been feeding yourself, you haven't been working out. And I was like, whoa, like, she really sharing. And I feel like people respect that transparency and people gravitate to you more. Do you feel like that's the same?
I think that key thing, what you said, the transparency, I always think, I don't believe in being that trainer that is, you know, hammering home to people, you need to be working out every single day. You need to eat chicken, rice and broccoli to get your body that you want. You need to be drinking 5 litres of water every single day. It is not real life. It's not realistic. Unless you are prepping for a competition and you are competing to a high level, chicken, rice and veg. I don't eat chicken, rice and veg every single day. Why the hell would I tell my clients to eat chicken, rice and veg every day? I don't work out every day. I go with how my body feels. If I'm feeling good, I'm going to work out and I'm going to like exercise. If my energy is low and I'm exhausted, I'll have a rest day and I'll feel no way about it. I think so many people fall into, again, it's the guilt and the shame of thinking, well, I should be working out, but I want to eat chocolate. Sis, eat the chocolate and work out tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
So,
eat the chocolate.
Yeah, eat the chocolate, eat the cake, eat the KFC, eat it. And, you know, indulge in it and enjoy it, but don't make that a repeat habit 7 days a week.
Okay.
Then go and eat your greens, eat your veggies, and, you know, make sure you've got variety in your diet. But I'm a firm believer in everything in moderation.
You've got a full-on fitness coach, a fitness trainer giving it to us today, okay? You mentioned that you've reopened your boot camp sessions. And, you know, you've got your sessions out right now. You've got your private group sessions as well, Games with MICA. What does it consist of? Can you give us like a little bit of a rundown? What does your sessions, your boot camp consist of? Where can they find you? Where can we join? Because some of us want to join.
Okay. So, boot camp is outdoors. Currently, I'm only offering boot camp in groups of 6. Purely just for people's own comfort levels, and I'm not trying to break the law, because unfortunately I do try and abide by it as close as I possibly can. So 6 people max for the classes. You can find me at Cannon Hill Park every single Saturday. I'm there from 10:30 till 11:30. The classes alternate between boxercise and legs, bums and tums, and it is females only. It is a safe space for any single female of any age, any fitness ability, any background to come and enjoy me. I've got music, I've got good vibes, and it's just a safe space where if you want to come and work out, you want to come and shred some pounds, you want to tone up, you want to, you know, just have fun working out and not feel judged, then come and join me and the ladies.
Ooh, guys, in the comments on the live, if you want to join Misha's sessions, what are you doing? Go and sign up now, okay? Because I've seen them videos, honey. I was like, I need to get my workout clothes on, okay? And I need to join these sessions because they seem so much fun.
When people come to my class as well, yes, I'm going to put you to work. Yes, I'm going to make sure, you know, you're completing all of your reps. But it's about you going at your own pace and stepping out of your comfort zone. And I think every single client that I've ever had, past, present and future, has always said to me they don't like going to the gym because they don't like feeling judged, and they don't like, you know, the idea of people looking at them. When you come to my class, you are never going to feel that embarrassment. You are going to immerse yourself into the class 100%. I can put my life on that. It's a safe space where you can come, you can vibe, you can work out to your own ability and at your own pace. And if you need my help, I'm not there to make fun of you. I'm not going to turn my nose up at you. I'm going to come and I'm going to tell you the proper way to do a squat. I'm going to come and tell you the proper way to do a press up, because I want you to come away feeling good about yourself.
Type of technique or what type of routine they should do if they want to feel good about themselves before working out, or they feel like, you know what, I'm looking in the mirror, I just ain't feeling it. Like, what would you say?
So for anyone that's kind of in a space at the moment, you might be sick to the back teeth of home workouts, but you can't face going to the gym. You might be back in the gym, you just can't really find your flow at the moment. Something's not clicking, you're not really there. I would honestly say, go out and buy yourself a cute gym pick, like whatever it is you want to wear. Go out and get yourself the new gym gear. Invest, you know, invest in yourself and in your gym. It doesn't have to be expensive. Guys, disclaimer, half of my gym clothes are from Primark and they're absolutely lit.
They have good ones, by the way.
Yeah, like
they're
good on the booty, they're snatching the waist. Like Primark is literally godsend, saving them coins, saving the pennies. So yeah.
So we shouldn't go to Sports Direct, or
I mean, if you want to go Sports Direct as well, you know, wherever you want to go, guys, just always, I would say definitely, if you're feeling low or just in a bit of a rut, buy yourself, you know, that gym 2-piece or whatever it is that you're going to buy. Have a clear plan. Don't walk into the gym or don't go into your home workout with no idea what you're going to train, because again, that is going to demotivate you. As soon as you feel anything starting to burn, you're going to think, oh hell no, like I'm going to stop. So have a clear plan and structure of the workout that you're going to do. Get a good playlist. Music changes my mood. Like my mood goes from 0 to 100. When I've got a good playlist, the workout bangs. So make sure you've got some feel-good music.
Do you give us a little twerk on the treadmill?
Make sure you've got some feel-good music on. And, you know, positive affirmations. I am strong. I am resilient. My body is worthy of exercise. Just that positive self-talk. And again, look in the mirror and visualize the woman that you want to be. Is she somebody that works out 3 times a week? Well, if she is, get yourself committed to them 3 workouts a week. Is she someone that drinks 2 liters of water? If so, get your water and start drinking it. It's little things like this. If you really want to be the person that you dream to be, you can do it. It just takes discipline and routine. Just
for you, how do you stay so motivated and so pumped up?
Because I know that everything I'm doing is, the vision is bigger than me, the goal is bigger than me. I'm really changing people's lives. I'm really, like, I know for a fact I'm going to change the world one day. So I think the lane that I'm in, the journey that I'm on, that motivates me enough to know that I'm on the right path. I don't need to compare, I don't need to compete. I really do wish everyone well in whatever avenue that they're taking, but I'm so focused and driven on me and my own journey. I don't have time to kind of, you know, go elsewhere and kind of ever spread hate or bad mind vibes to anybody, because I just think I want everyone to win. I really, really do. And I think if you always approach things with a clean heart, a good mind, and you stay true to who you are in this, you know, generation of people that are very lost, you're always going to win. And I do really believe that I'm just so in tune with everything that I need to do. No matter how long the journey takes, I will eventually get there.
Okay.
So I think, you know, I'm just really trying to bring the best version of me and, you know, really, really make sure that everything that I do is always with a clean heart and the right intentions.
I would like to say thank you, Misha, for coming onto my platform. And I just want to thank you. Honestly, I appreciate you for coming onto my platform, for taking time out of your schedule to come here and just bless us with all your amazing story, your words of wisdom. Any last words? Where can they find you? Where can they join your sessions? Let the people know.
I just want to say, first of all, thank you from the bottom of my heart for, you know, actually asking me to come on. Like, I've genuinely loved this slot. I feel like we need to do it again. I feel like we definitely need to do it again. Thank you to every single person that's locked in, to everybody that has commented, anyone that's engaged this afternoon. Really appreciate it. And I think, you know, if anyone is on the journey or if anyone wants to follow me, you can find me at move.with.misha. I will put it in the comments and I'll pin it. Anyone that has ever got any queries, fitness wise, you know, just general well-being, my DMs are always open. It is a safe space, so please just drop me a DM. I will get back to you. Just bear with me on that. My DMs are flooded, but I will always get back to every single person. And just to anyone that is watching this, and if you are going through a period in your life where things are uncertain, whether that's transition, whether, you know, you're kind of anxious at the moment with the world of the way that it is, you only get one life. And I think once you really start living every single day like tomorrow isn't promised, your life will automatically transform. Be grateful for the people that you have in your life. Be grateful for the journey that you're on. And no one has it all figured out, not even me. So just enjoy every moment. And like I said, always move with clean intentions, and the universe will bring everything back to you in tenfold, 1,000%.
Yes, we love that ending. Bless us with all these inspiring words. We might have to call you Misha Motivation, Misha Inspiration.
Oh,
today you've just been dropping it all to us today. We love it. We love it. Have you got any ventures, anything that you want to put out, giving us a little bit of an exclusive that you're working on or anything like that?
I wasn't gonna, but you know what? I actually will. For the people that are watching and anyone that watches this back, I have 4 things launching in a few months. I'm not going to talk too much on them, what they are, but please, please, please make sure you have your notifications on my page. There is a lot more to come from me. I have been working solidly behind the scenes since January. I think only about 3 people know about the things that I'm going to launch. So yeah, please keep a lookout. And eventually, after everything launches, more towards the back end of the year, I am hoping to do an event also. So stay peeled.
Oh, I'm excited.
So yeah,
this is an exclusive, guys. Okay, right here.
Super exclusive.
Exclusive. Honestly, thank you so much, Misha. I really appreciate it. Thank you for coming on here. I hope you have an amazing day.
Thank you so much.
I'm sure I'm going to see you very soon.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, we definitely need to do this again, and we definitely need to link up. Thank you so much for having me.
You're coming to an event I'm going to, so I'll definitely see you.
See you there.
I'll see you later, guys. Bye. Thank you so much, girl.